Welcome, adventurers and explorers of the unknown, to a journey through time, space, and imagination. Today we embark on an epic voyage into the heart of space opera, a game that has captured the minds of tabletop role-playing enthusiasts since its release by Fantasy Games Unlimited in 1980. In the realm of space opera, players traverse the depths of the universe, engaging in interstellar diplomacy, cosmic battles, and exploration of the unknown. This game, a hallmark of science fiction role-playing, offers a complex and richly detailed universe, inviting us to explore its core rulebooks, star sector atlases, starship manuals, and thrilling published adventures. Whether you're a seasoned captain of the galaxy or a newcomer eager to chart your course among the stars, space opera promises adventure, intrigue, and boundless possibilities. Join me as we delve into the mechanics, lore, and legacy of this iconic game, from its intricate character creation to its vast operatic setting. We'll uncover what makes space opera a classic in the world of tabletop role-playing games. So, steady your starships, set your coordinates, and let's begin our exploration of space opera, where every session is an adventure and the universe is yours to discover. At the heart of space opera's expansive universe are its two core rulebooks, which lay the foundation for every adventure that unfolds among the stars. Along with the two core rulebooks, there was a ground and air equipment book that was released about a year later, and it's focused more on military equipment, so may not be particularly useful to your typical campaign or start of a campaign. But again, if your campaign is looking to be more of a military campaign, then this book may actually provide some additional benefits to you. But before I get into that, let's start out with the two core rule books, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So Volume 1 starts off with character creation, as usual, as your typical role-playing game. The one thing you'll notice here is that there's a lot more characteristics than what you may expect, or what you may find nowadays in a lot of Rules Light and things like that. So anyways, the characteristics are everything from physique, strength, constitution, all the way across to agility, empathy, psionics, bravery, and at the end here we've got general technical aptitude, mechanical aptitude, and electrical aptitude. So you'll be rolling percentile dice for each one of those characteristics, looking up on the table, see what score you get. Depending on what career path you want to go down, you'll have various points to spread across some of the percentile rolls to improve some of the characteristics that you end up with, and what points you can use where are based on the field of study, I guess, or the career choice, or the character class, I guess is what they call it here. And as you go through character creation, you'll figure out your planet of birth, which includes gravity field, atmosphere, and planetary type. You'll get into picking a race. They have humanoids, transhumans, pithecines, canines, felines, ursoids, avians, and saurians. Then you'll get into your specific characteristics or attributes based on the characteristic scores you rolled earlier. So height, weight. You'll get into determining your carrying capacities and damage factors, etc. And it also gets into describing how you use the various characteristics for different characteristic rolls, or CRs. You'll then get into picking where you want to enlist, where your character is going to go find a job, whether it's with Star Force, Sprint, Bureau of Intelligence, IPA, which is Interstellar Police Agency, etc. Actually, prior to that, you'll figure out how many years and tours your character did. Each tour, the character has a chance of gaining a rank. Gaining ranks increases the amount of money you have at the end of your enlistment, and based on that, you'll have some amount of severance and savings, and potentially even a pension when you complete your round. You get into determining what skills the character has, everything from scientific skills to general skills. It's got quite an array to choose from. And if you happen to have rolled high in psionics earlier, it gets into whether or not you're an awakened, your psionics is awakened, and what sort of powers and things you may have. I have to say, in the times I've played space opera, I've seen very few characters that had psionics. So it's rare, but they do have some pretty extensive rules for it. After the psionic section, we get into equipment maintenance and repair. Everything from single system breakdowns to multi-system breakdowns when you in larger crafts like spacecraft and things like that. How to do the repairs and maintenance and whatnot for starships. And then last but not least, they cover off a couple example starships and some meteor mining rules. Good way for characters to start a campaign, making a little bit of money off in an asteroid field somewhere, and who knows what kind of trouble they get into there. A few other examples of starships, and so that's it for book 1, or volume 1. Volume 2 gets into more equipment rules. So it covers off all the basic equipment types, everything from general survival equipment to computers to armor and things like that. And it goes from kind of the archaic or medieval type armors right through to the more technology advanced armors. So particularly useful in your campaign if you're visiting primitive planets, things like that. It's got all the various rules for armor types, weapon types. Get into there's some robot types mentioned in here. Vehicles, ground cars, trucks, hover cars, grav sleds. Then we get into weapons. So we've got melee weapons, daggers, knives, javelins, all the way up to coagulators, force blades, light swords, and then into missile weapons from blowguns and slings to bows and arrows, muskets, rifles, and then into the more advanced technology weapons like lasers and pit blasters. Then we get into the actual combat rules, the area fire, direct fire weapons, how those weapons perform against different types of armor, and even their effect on vehicles. And then we get into the melee, or actually where you get hit, so wound locations and effect of the wounds. Then we get into close combat or melee, and again the various melee weapons, penetration for different types of armor types. We get into space voyage, starships, the maneuvering, travel, weapons, crews associated with starships, and into rules for creating your own starships. Actually, right after the combat section here. And effects of those starship weapons, get into star bases. What else? Talk about some trade, starports, and things like that. We get into trading worlds, so typical sector, and finding the kind of what makes up a planet. Everything from the planet types to the sentient races on it, what their social organization may be, what their commerce may be, law levels. What else here? Industrialization, income for the planet, planet types, atmospheres. And then a small section on NPCs, so some typical characteristics for NPCs, and a few. They don't really have a bestiary or monster manual or anything like that. They do get into a little bit of a discussion about the bug-eyed monsters, which can be found on some planets. Black Hans merchants, an octopoidal race, and various beasts. So you kind of have some generic rules that you can apply to whatever kind of beast you want to create, whether it's the more common animals found on Earth. So you could take a lion, figure out what the weight of a lion is approximately, what their mass, and use that as a kind of a guideline for what that type of creature may do. And then some miscellaneous tables at the end here. Personal living expenses based on the planetary economy type, vehicle rentals, and kind of a misplaced table of planetary size and gravity. So probably meant to be in a previous section and likely missed. Not going to go into the ground and air equipment too much, but like I said, it's a lot of military focused equipment. Everything from ground combat vehicles, tanks, you name it, to aircraft, to starfighters, things like that, and into nuclear weapons and larger warheads and whatnot. So again, it's kind of maybe a particular campaign focus or kind of a niche need, but also potentially useful. But Volume 1 and Volume 2 are what come in the core box, or what came in the core box for Space Opera. Still available on the Fantasy Games Unlimited website. I think this now comes as a single volume. And actually all the rest of the Space Opera books are still available through their website. This is by no means a paid advertisement or anything of that sort, just me being more of a fan of the Space Opera tabletop role-playing game. Played a fair bit of it in the past, and kind of looking forward to doing maybe a little bit more with it, similar to what I've done with some of the Powers and Perils. So anyways, that's it for the core books, and let's get into the next section. What would a space opera be if you didn't have somewhere to go? The star sector atlases in Space Opera serve as the celestial charts guiding players through the vastness of space, each atlas opening the door to new adventures and mysteries. The atlases are not just maps, but entire worlds filled with unique planets, civilizations, and challenges. Star Sector Atlas 1, which is the Terran sector. You can explore the heart of human space in the Terran sector, where the cradle of humanity spreads its influence among the stars, balancing the legacy of Earth with the diverse demands of interstellar colonies. So each of the Star Sector Atlas books will have the sector map, history of the sector itself, details of all the planets or notable planets within the sector, the commercial starship routes, and in case of the Terran sector, it came with the fold-out map, which you saw at the very beginning of this. And when you get inside the book, you'll see descriptions of the various planets. You'll get a blank star sector area chart. The planets themselves will have a description of the planet, all the technical details, some description of various people and or beasts on the planet, etc. Some artwork to go with it in some cases. In this case, that pretty nasty looking dinosaur of some sort. And let's see, anything else of particular note here? And in this case, they'll provide the various star lines that operate within the sector and some of the costs for people and cargo to move between the various planets. Next up, we have Star Sector Atlas 2, the Mercantile League. So in this one, you can dive into the bustling trade network of economic intrigue of the Mercantile League, where commerce drives power and wealth can buy most anything except loyalty. Again, similarly, descriptions of a little bit of background and history of the sector. They'll get into some of the political intrigue, descriptions of the various planets, and again, towards the back, it'll talk about how you can get around the star lines within that particular sector. Next up, we have Star Sector Atlas 3, the Azuriac Imperium. So with this one, you can venture into the Azuriac Imperium, a realm of ancient magistry and strict hierarchies where mystical traditions and imperial ambitions clash against the backdrop of storied civilization. And similarly, get into various planets, and in the back, well, actually in this case they don't talk about the star lines that are working within this. Gives you the roads. Not so much on specifics about the star lines, I'm guessing. Though there are some fares and cargo rates. Imperial Star Connection. Next one up. This is one of the more recent ones I picked up. It's not staple bound. Star Sector Atlas 4, the Galactic People's Republic. With this one, you can discover the Galactic People's Republic, a vast society striving for equality and unity among a diverse members' world, though not without its internal and external challenges. Again, same sort of thing. See where the routes are between the different planets. Information about the Starliner service, and into the descriptions of the different planets. Star Sector Atlas 5, the United Ranan Worlds, also including MIT GSSR. With this one, you can uncover the secrets of the United Ranan Worlds, a federation of planets bound by their shared history and commitment to mutual defense, navigating the fine line between independence and alliance. Interesting artwork. And again, star connections. Fares and cargo rates, various star lines, I'm guessing. Haven't used this book a lot. Had it for a long time, but haven't used it a lot. Another book I picked up recently, just to complete the collection. Star Sector Atlas 6, Invincible Realm of His-Ta. For this one is an entire domain of His-Ta, a formidable realm ruled by a serpentine being whose ancient wisdom and military prowess make them respected and feared in equal measure across the galaxy. His-Ta are the Saurian races, I guess. Interesting pictures or artwork. Information about the planets as usual. Slightly different format. This book was actually created produced in 2018. I think this is probably one of the most recent and probably one of the last books for space opera. Next one up, Star Sector Atlas 7, the Blairad Star Kingdom. With this one, journey to the Blairad Star Kingdom, where honor and material prowess defines a society of warriors, and the code of the night reigns supreme among the stars. What was the date on this one? 2016. Again, back some history. The Blairad, of course, are the Ursoid race. And same sort of stuff. Doesn't show the star roads. Starline roads. But anyways, a plethora of options for where you could go and what you can do. Oh, there's the star lines. Ship types. Next up, we have Star Sector Atlas 11, the Confederate Systems Alliance. In this one, you can navigate the complex politics and military alliances of the Confederate Systems Alliance, where autonomy and cooperation among its members are constantly tested by external threats and internal dissent. Again, same sort of thing. One of the older books. When did this one come out? This one was 1982. It's slightly different format within the books themselves. A little bit of interesting artwork scattered throughout. The odd beast, notable beast on the planet in question, or in the sector itself, I guess. And of course, star connections. These star lines that will operate. Information about military and their ranks. And some of the Warbot unit. That looks interesting. Next one up is Star Sector Atlas 12, the Corellian Empire. So behold the Corellian Empire, a realm of expansion and conquest where the will of the Emperor directs the march of its legions across star systems in a quest for glory and domination. Sounds like a fun place. 1983. And same sort of thing. A little bit of information about the Imperial Corellian ranks. The planets. And some of the creatures. Corellian ground and air equipment. Interesting stuff. And last but not least, the Outer Worlds. A little bit of a different title to this one. This allows you to explore the fringes of known space in the Outer Worlds, where frontier worlds and uncharted territories beckon the bold with promises of adventure, danger, and untold treasures waiting beyond the edge of this map. This one, 1981. A lot of stuff came out in early 80s. And each of the planets here looks, basically you're getting the interstellar survey maps and details. These have basically just been charted, not a whole lot of information about the sector, so probably where you have the most freedom to kind of explore and expand on kind of the themes that make the Outer Worlds here. You won't find... Well, I guess there's a few paths between some of the stars, between the planets. And, yeah, so anyways, that is the Outer Worlds. So, all told, we have, what is it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or so Star Sector Atlases. So you have more than ample options for where you can take your characters or how you can have them head out across the stars and seek their fortunes or make their wealth, you name it. Yes, within every star system chart and every planet explored, the Star Sector Atlases expand the space opera universe, offering endless opportunities for adventure, discovery, and epic storytelling. Where will your journey take you? The heart of any spacefaring adventure beats within the vessels that journey through the cosmos. Space opera's Starcraft Compendiums are the cornerstone of this exploration, detailing an extensive array of starships, from the nimble fighters to colossal dreadnoughts. These compendiums not only serve as a catalog of the machines that traverse the stars, but also as a guide to the mechanics of space travel and combat. The first compendium introduces players to the essentials of StarCraft, covering a wide range of ships available for their interstellar escapades. It lays the groundwork for understanding starship design, capabilities, and the thrilling dynamics of space combat, providing the necessary details to bring epic battles and extraordinary missions to life. The Seldon Starcraft Compendium of StarCraft 1. It has some of the basics around the different types of accommodations and medical facilities. And then it gets into common ship's boats and some of the typical or more common types of starships that can be found in the Terran Federation, or the Terran sector. Everything from merchant vessels to the Nike class patrol cruiser for the Interstellar Police Agency, one of my favorite ships for whatever reason. You'll see a lot of different designs and layouts of ships, and also varying sizes, everything from 12,000 ton ships. Let's see, one of the smaller ones at the start here, Voyager, was a 275 ton ship. And yeah, you get into some of these other ones that are substantially larger, 10,000 tons, 15,000. Some corrections to this one, 770 tons. And yeah, so that's a quick overview of the first book. Building on that foundation, the second compendium expands the universe with even more StarCraft, introducing advanced technologies and exotic alien vessels. It delves deeper into the customization of ships, allowing players and game masters to tailor StarCraft to their specific adventures, enhancing the gameplay experience with a rich array of options. In this compendium, they actually get into talking about the different types of starships and everything from battle stars that are 1 million tons plus to battle star ships, battle cruisers, fleet cruisers, heavy attack cruisers, destroyers, wide range of different ship sizes. Talking about the different Nova Gun armaments and the different tech levels associated with, or how they vary from tech level to tech level. And then we get into the actual ships themselves, starfighters, star bombers. This would be Azuriach, I'm assuming. Don't remember the symbols offhand. Destroyers, heavy cruisers, battle starship, mouthful, 500,000 tons. Imperial Battlestar, 1 million tons. Foxfire Starfighter. And this is GPR. Light cruisers, fleet cruisers. Then we get into the next set of starfighters from the League Free Trade merchant cruiser. Looks like the Azuriach Imperium. So what was the previous one we saw here? This is the League Commerce Raiders. Oh, anyways. Corvettes, light cruisers. Get into the next batch of starfighters and star bombers. This would be from the IPA. This would be Terran, I guess. And another version of the Nike from the previous book. Obviously more of a different tech levels for that same ship and how it changes from tech level to tech level. Fleet Corvette. Destroyer. Destroyer, light cruiser, fleet cruiser, Battlestar, 1.2 million tons. Yeah, so that was Terran, United Federation planets. And then we get into the third compendium, which elevates the game to new heights, focusing on specialized vessels and the strategic depth that they add to the space opera universe. From modular components to experimental technologies, this compendium offers intricate detail that caters to enthusiasts of starship engineering and tactical planning, adding layers of complexity and realism to realism to space encounters. Again, we get into Blarad, Mekpur, Rannon, and Hisset. They changed layout again. So again, talking a little bit about the different types of ships. I believe they added a new type to this. That was the Starfighter Carrier. I don't think they mention it at the front here. But again, we go through the various ship layouts, different tech levels for the ships, destroyers, fleet destroyers. This is the Blarads. Battle Starship, Starfighter Carrier, Starfighter, Star Bomber. This one would be from the which one is this? Romulus class. Gotta say in here somewhere. Mechbur. Of course, Mechbur. That makes sense. And various ships, different technology levels, corvettes, whatnot. Get into the Rannon ships. Never actually done space combats between some of these ships to see how they fare. Probably be something interesting to try out one day. Which I can imagine that with these rules you get into any sort of large-scale combats, ship-to-ship combats, and or fleet combats. It'd probably take a while to work through. Yeah, so anyways, that is the three... Oh yeah, Battle Starship. Oh, here's the appendix where they actually talk about the Starfighter carriers. Right carrier. And they go through various nations' Starfighter carriers. Cool. Anyways, so that is the three Sheldon's Compendiums of Starcrafts. And let's get on to the next batch of books. As with any great tabletop role-playing game, you need to have some adventures. Space Opera offers a collection of adventure modules, each a doorway to new worlds and untold stories. From the perilous asteroid fields of the Murdigan Belt to the high-stakes intrigue of Casino Galactica, these adventures span the breadth of the galaxy, inviting players to test their mettle against the vastness of space itself. Well, let's dive into these epic tales where every decision shapes the destiny of worlds, and the fate of the stars is in your hands. First up, we have the Murdigan Belt, an adventure in the asteroids. Dive into the heart of the asteroid belt with Murdigan Belt, where players navigate treacherous space rocks and to uncover hidden secrets and face off against space pirates in their quest for ancient treasures. We'll do a quick flip through of this book. I won't do that with every module. We get the subsector where the adventure is located in, a bit of a description of the adventure itself, Murdigan system, information about the different planets, some detailed information about specific planets, that, or a specific planet where I think a good chunk of the adventure takes place, some of the various reports. These are templates that are available in the box set that can be used or photocopied and used for various adventures and missions and exploration, things like that. A simple map of a starbase or landing field. Guide for character creation, random encounters, some of the creatures that could be encountered, the mining vessel in question that the characters will be using, some NPCs that can fill in the party if there's some skills or characters missing, and finally some other information about various things like a sample artifact and stuff like that. So that is the Murdigan Belt. And there's the backside. Next up, we have Probe NCG 8436, a survey and contact mission. Set a course for the unexplored reaches with probe NCG 8436, a mission that challenges players to survey a mysterious sector and establish first contact with unknown alien species, testing their diplomacy and exploration skills. Next up, we have the Vault of the Nair Quayon, a sector-spanning quest. Embark on an epic quest across the galaxy to uncover the Vault of the Nair Quayon, where ancient artifacts and galactic mysteries await those brave enough to solve the riddles and face its guardians. Next is Fasult in Peril, an anti-terrorist adventure. Players are thrust into the heart of a tense standoff in Fasult in Peril, where they must outwit and combat a terrorist threat to save the world on the brink of chaos, testing their resolve and strategic acumen. Agents of Rebellion, CSA espionage mission. Infiltrate enemy lines and Agents of Rebellion, a high-stakes espionage mission where players, as operatives of the CSA, must gather intelligence and sabotage the efforts of a burgeoning rebellion. A little hard to read that. Yellow print on white, always fun. Alien Base. First Contact Adventure. Discover the unknown in Alien Base, where players face the challenges and wonders of first contact with an alien civilization, exploring a mysterious base that holds secrets of a long-forgotten race. Next is Insidus 3. Navigate the shadows of espionage on Insidus 3, where players are sent on a covert mission to intercept crucial intelligence and uncover a plot that threatens the stability of a sector. Rosion 2, a merchant service adventure. Trade and treachery await in Rosion 2, where players engage in high-stakes commerce, navigating the intricacies of interstellar trade and the dangers of space piracy to secure their fortunes. Again, a little hard to read that back cover, I'm sure. Next up, Operation Peregrine. Assignment: break a criminal syndicate. Take on the criminal underworld in Operation Peregrine, a daring mission to dismantle a powerful syndicate, challenging players to infiltrate, outsmart, and take down its operations from within. And, last but not least, Casino Galactica, adventure setting and scenarios. Step into the dazzling world of Casino Galactica, where adventure meets high stakes and intrigue. Players will navigate the complex social hierarchies, solve mysteries, and may even break the bank in a setting where every choice can lead to fortune or failure. So those are the various adventures that were published for Space Opera. Kind of gives you an idea of what you can do, and I mean the universe is unlimited for where you can take things, from all the different star atlases, the starships, the adventures. You can easily build on these or flesh out your own adventures. As our journey through the universe of Space Opera comes to a close, we find ourselves at the edge of a galaxy brimming with possibilities. From the intricate depths of its core rulebooks to the vast expanse charted by the star atlases, the thrilling encounters of its Starcraft Compendiums, and the rich narratives of its adventures, Space Opera offers a universe where imagination knows no bounds. This game, a testament to the enduring appeal of tabletop role-playing games, invites us all to explore the unknown, to craft stories of heroism, intrigue, and adventure among the stars. Whether you're a veteran spacefarer or new to the captain's chair, Space Opera welcomes you to a world where every session is an odyssey, and the vastness of space is but a backdrop to the tales we weave together. So gather your crew, chart your course, and embark on your own adventure in the space opera universe. And remember, in the vast expanse of space, your story is the most powerful force of all. Thank you for joining me on this journey. For more exploration into the realms of tabletop gaming and beyond, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, may your travels among the stars be filled with wonder and adventure.